AITA for ignoring my boss and blocking his number on my vacation. My boyfriend, 29 meters, and I, 26F, are currently long distance. We take turns visiting each other. He came to see me after almost 2 months of seeing each other. We finally were to make plans. I requested to have 5 days, which was approved from my job. I've worked there for 6 years. It was after my shift, and I was heading out quickly. I had to pick my boyfriend up from the airport. I clocked out, and while I was saying bye, my new boss of 2 weeks stopped me, and he asked if I could cover a shift. Since one of my coworkers called in sick. We're short-staffed, and he needs me to stay for a couple hours more. I had a 10-hour shift. I was exhausted. I responded, "No. I'm sorry, but I'm unable to, and I can't stay late. I have covered it before. I don't mind, but I had somewhere to be." I mentioned I was picking up someone at the airport. He told me they could take an Uber. My boyfriend wouldn't be happy with me if I did with him. Also, he has no key to my apartment. No one else wanted to stay, and I was the third person he asked to that said no. I said sorry, I can't, just tonight another time. He called me a lousy worker, and I'm not a team player. I said, "Guess I'm not a team player," and I walked past him. I called out, "I'll see him in 5 days." While driving to the airport, I kept getting calls and texts from him. It got so bad that I had to pull over to turn off my phone. My boss wanted to come back to work. I had to turn on my phone, so my boyfriend could contact me. My phone was flooded with text messages. Ding after ding. I think I got close to 15 texts. I blocked his number. I was so happy to see my BF. I was getting emails from him like constantly when I was supposed to be my time off. I don't respond to, and I rarely take vacation. 1. He was asking me stuff that I didn't know the answer to. 2nd, even if I did, I'm not telling him. I don't know. I was starting to get petty. I still had fun with my boyfriend. When I went to work, my boss called into his office. He blew up at me for being unprofessional, and he's still new to this job. I should have helped, or at least replied to the emails. I responded other people could have helped him. It's not my responsibility when it's my vacation time. I got my first write-up ever. Is this something I'm missing? Did I do something inherently wrong here? I'm actually considering to report him. He is still new to his job. Am I the asshole? Edit. I'm Canadian. I live in BC. Update. I just sent an email to my HR with all the email's tax call logs. And any other evidence I have. My job isn't like on call, so I don't understand why he was bothering me. He is my age roughly. On a happier note, me and my boyfriend are planning to move in together soon. Not the asshole. You need to elevate this to HR. Your boss doesn't get to impede on your vacation time. Unless your contract states that you have to be available 24/7, he crossed major lines and needs to be held accountable for it. Not the asshole. What he did is unethical. He is a lousy boss with incredibly poor boundaries. Get yourself straight to HR and report him for harassing you on your vacation time. I would also formally request that time off be reallocated to you, as you had to spend it worrying about your boss's reaction. In the US, what he did would be a violation of labor law. Because he wrote you up for essentially taking your earned vacation, that would be considered workplace retaliation. You really do need to report him. I guarantee you're not the only one he's doing this to, and it will only get worse. Not the asshole. You were on vacation. You are not obligated in any way to work on your vacation. I would go to HR to get that write-up off your record. Not the asshole. I'd take this up with his boss or HR. The calls, texts, emails, and name-calling are harassment. Not the asshole. Report that behavior, and I hope you kept the texts, emails, and call logs as proof. Many companies are very strict that you do not work off the clock. Even if it were PTO, you didn't specify, but I wanted you to know it's even in that case. That behavior was harassment, and you should not have been retaliated against with a write-up. Take it over his head. Report him. Have all your proof. Texts, emails, everything. His behavior was severely inappropriate. Not the asshole. Am I the asshole for refusing to share money with my stepsister? Dad has me, 18 male, and his wife has Ellie, 17 female, who will be 18 in a week. Dad married his wife when I was 10, but they met and moved in together when I was 9. My mom died when I was a baby. I was her only kid. My grandma, aka Mom's mom, died recently, and I found out she had left a sizable amount of money for me. My aunt was the one who mentioned it. She told me Grandma had wanted me to be okay, since I had lost Mom so young and all that. The money is enough that I could pay for many years of college and have no debt out of it. But I decided to go for a community college near my aunt and cousins. My stepsister is also starting college and she doesn't have much money going into it. Ellie's mom said I should split the money in half and give Ellie one half, so she can have a good start in life. She said my grandma should have considered her anyway, seeing that Ellie and I grew up together and became brother and sister, at a very young age. I said Ellie wasn't anything to do with my grandma and why would she have her inherit over her other daughter and grandkids. Dad asked me if I would be open to sharing any of my money with Ellie, if I would be willing to help her at all. I said no. Ellie flipped and told me I'm supposed to be her brother and stop any favoritism. I told her it can't be favoritism when she's not related to that part of my family. Ellie and her mom are saying I'm wrong. Dad hasn't, but he has said it would be a good family move to share and to think of Ellie, and how she's the only sibling I'll ever have. He knows I don't consider her my sister, so he doesn't push it as much, but he did bring it up. Ellie and her mom have not let up at all in the last several weeks. I moved in with my aunt to get away from the whole thing, but it keeps coming and it's making me doubt everything. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Your grandmother left it to you. Your dad and stepmom should have been setting aside money for you both. But apparently didn't. Keep your money, spend it wisely on your schooling and move forward. Not the asshole. Ask what Ellie's relatives are leaving you in their wills. Give her the exact same amount of money. Hint. It's going to be nothing. Not the asshole. Your stepsister isn't entitled to the money and your maternal grandmother obviously didn't consider your stepsister a granddaughter either, otherwise she would have left her something. If I were you, I would tell your father to make this clear to his wife and stepdaughter and not interact with them until they understand that they are not entitled to your money and that it is unfair to keep confronting you about it. NTA. Ellie has 2 parents that can pay for college and 2 wets of grandparents as well. Stay at your aunt's and go no contact. Not the asshole. And to be quite frank, it's none of Ellie or your stepmom's business if your grandmother wanted Ellie, a child with no relation to her, to have dollars, she would have left her some. Not the asshole. Inheritance doesn't work this way. If your mom and stepdad want Ellie's education subsidized, they can pay for it. I suggest you use some of the money to get your own place. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend not to sing? My old high school friends and I met up last night. My girlfriend was excited to meet them and repeatedly told me she wants to make a good impression because she knows we're still close even if we can't see each other often. For context, my girlfriend is a terrible singer. I've heard her in the shower, and she's very bad. The bar we met up at had karaoke, and my girlfriend was immediately like, I want to sing. Some of my friends were already there and rifling through the songbook, so my girlfriend started looking too. I went and got us some drinks, and when I came back she'd written down the songs she was thinking about. She asked me which songs I thought she should sing. She had Edge of 17, Cherry Bomb and a couple other songs that require powerful vocals written down. I said I didn't think those songs were a good fit for her voice. She asked what I thought might be better, and I shrugged and said, maybe singing wasn't the best idea. She looked upset but didn't say anything. She pouted the whole rest of the night, hardly interacting with my friends at all. At the end of the night, some of my friends asked me if she was ill or something, and I said it was her monthlies to make an excuse for her. She continued to pout in the car on the way home. I apologized for telling her not to sing, but also pointed out she was rude to the friends she said she wanted to make a good impression on. I was just trying to keep her from embarrassing herself. She didn't respond and still isn't texting me back. Am I the asshole? You are the asshole and she wasn't rude, you were. Most people who do karaoke can't sing anyway. She just wanted to have a good time and I'm sure your friends wouldn't care how she sounds. It comes off as you being embarrassed of her too. I do feel like you are the asshole. Karaoke is not only for good singers. You talking about Runaway's Cherry Bomb? You can basically shout that song. It's karaoke, not open mic night. You are the asshole. For policing her, for telling your friends she was on her monthly, for minimizing her reaction to you being controlling and calling it pouting. Yeah. You are the asshole. Very few people who sing at karaoke are actually good at. It's just a laugh. Plus blaming her monthlies. Way to kick a gal while she's down. I hope she wakes up and finds someone who will get on up and sing terrible karaoke with her one day because you are an ass. I insulted my girlfriend publicly, told everyone she was on the rag and now she's upset. What did I do wrong? You are the asshole. Edit cheers for the award. You are the asshole. You weren't keeping her from embarrassing herself. She obviously doesn't care that she can't sing, she just wanted to have a good time. You were keeping from embarrassing you in front of your friends. Tell it like it is, pal. Am I the asshole for causing my BF's daughter to no longer have a quinceanera? I know how the title sounds, but just hear me out. Throwaway account and fake names. Kayla's mom's side of the family really thinks I am the asshole for no longer wanting to pay for her quince, but dad's side of the family says I am under no obligation to pay for her quince anymore. So I, 27F, am dating Ed, 33M. And he has 2 daughters, Kayla, 14F, and Day, 16F. I have a daughter from a previous relationship, Holly, 15F, and I have a child on the way with Ed. I come from a pretty well-off family, so I offered to pay for Kayla's quince. Kayla was super excited for her quince, but the thing is she doesn't like me nor Holly at all. Kayla got super close to Ed's past relationships and they never respected them, but she hates me and I respect them. It was because of our race on why Kayla and Day really disliked us. For context, me and Holly are black and they're Mexican. So Holly follows Kayla and Day on TikTok, but they don't know that Holly follows them. When you follow someone TikTok, their comment is normally the first comment in a comment section. Holly came across this video of black people stealing from a store. She went to the comment section and Kayla's comment was the first thing that appeared. Kayla's comment said, "It's always black people," and her replies to people calling her out were even worse. Holly showed the vid and her comments to us and Ed was very disappointed. I was stunned because I didn't know she even thought of us like that, so I was like, if this is really how she thinks of us, then I wouldn't be paying for her quince. Ed called her down and told her to explain these comments. Kayla was stunned and looked nervous. She tried saying those comments were just jokes, but we know she was just trying to come up with excuses. Ed and Kayla ended up getting into an argument, then Ads came down and started sticking up for Kayla. Ed told them to go upstairs and then Kayla mumbled the N-word under her breath. Ed kept apologizing to us, but we just left to go stay somewhere else because we didn't want to be there. I told Ed that I wouldn't be paying for her quinceanera anymore and he said he understood and that I didn't have to pay if I didn't want to. His family were completely on my side and said I didn't have to pay, but their mom's side said I was an asshole for refusing to pay now. Kayla is also very angry at me and her dad for being on my side, so they're now at their mom's. Since they don't have enough money for a quince, Kayla most likely won't be having one and she blames me for that. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Don't bite the hand that feeds you. Better yet, don't be a racist. Good for you for giving her a consequence she deserves. Quinces are celebrating womanhood, and she clearly isn't mature enough for one. Not the asshole. I am disgusted at the fact people have made you question your decision to make you feel you had to post on here. You are absolutely more than within your rights to not pay, it's not even a question. With the behavior of her, I'm not surprised it's her mum's side making out you're an asshole either, but that's as far as I'll go with that one. I am so sorry that you and your daughter have been subject to this racism and disrespect, and what a wonderful gesture for you to even consider paying for her quince in the first place. Heart. I hope she's disciplined in some kind of way and learns from this. All the best, X. I am not 27, I meant to say I was 37. Not the asshole. Come on. None of Kayla's relatives should be supporting her having a big splashy party after that kind of behavior. Especially with zero signs of remorse or recognition of why what she said was so bad. The fact her mom's side of the family think you're to blame for not still giving her the princess treatment says a lot about where she got the idea she could get away with that kind of thing. Not the asshole. You cannot reward racist statements. Protect your daughter from your stepdaughter's hateful remarks. I am very sure that if you said the Hispanic slur you would never hear the end of it. Her maternal family should be paying for the quinceañera anyways. NTA. You can't call someone the N-word and then expect them to shell out thousands for your party. Her mom can figure out how to pay for it since she supports her daughter's racism.